So I just made this sample pack for Splice, which is called Turnt. So I made this loop using the Microcosm Hologram pedal, and I use it in a way that's slightly different from other people that I've seen on YouTube. So let me just talk you through how I use it. What I do is I actually run one-shot samples through the pedal, and that gets way more interesting effects. So I'm just going to show you some random one-shots that I've run through the Microcosm. And a lot of them on their own, they just kind of sound pretty basic. They sound like standard one-shots, but compared to what they sounded like before, it's night and day. So this is the one that I used for this specific loop. I basically just made this melody with it. And as you can hear, that makes up a huge part of the loop. Now, that is going through Shaperbox, which is giving it a little bit of volume automation so that it kind of like gets louder as the beat goes through, I think like half of a bar. Then there's some chorus to make it a little bit wider. I just wanted to tame some of the fundamental frequencies in the notes, so I've used Pro Q3 to just put a dynamic EQ. Interesting tip, you can actually click on the exact notes that are in your MIDI and then just select them all and pull down here to get a dynamic EQ curve. Then I've added a little bit of soothe just to tame that a little bit. So I used this one shot to add in the chords, and I've pitched that down an awful lot. So this is what the chords sound like. Nothing too complicated, just a little bit of texture. I've also added in this arpeggio, which I made in a separate project. I don't have the original settings that I used to make that, but I'll run over it quickly. So I use this arpeggiator, and then I have a serum preset. Sometimes I'll just add a one shot in there or something. A little bit of RC20 to kill some of the high and low frequencies. The big thing here is grain delay. Grain delay makes a massive difference on these, and then I've got halftime and a little bit of EQ, so not much more than that. After that, I added in some harmonized guitar parts to give it a little bit of variation. And then lastly, an 808, which I made with Serum. And here it is with the full beat behind it.